Good morning. How are you guys? It is January 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Is it January 3rd?
Yes.
I have my little helper behind me. She's drawing. So, can you guess what I'm making today? I'm making bread. There's a lot of varieties of bread. And my teeth are killing me today, and I'm having a hard time speaking. And I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So today we're going to make bread rolls. You don't have to make them into bread rolls. You can make them into regular, any shape you want of bread. But it's a pretty easy, basic recipe. And I'm wearing my pajamas with my shirt under because I was feeling really chilly and didn't want to put more wood in my wood stove. Yeah, I keep track of everything, like every penny. So I might be doing something right because I've been living like this for 4 or 5 years now, like the extreme way, and not spending money. Almost none. And being unemployed, trust me, it's hard, but I guess it's worth it. So, let's go back there. Yeah, I'm the lucky one. I have a bread machine. Just gonna do all the kneading for me. Yay. Let's go back there and start making bread. And here we go. We all have a cup, right? Easiest thing. We're gonna be adding 3 cups and 3/4 of flour. Just all-purpose flour. Store brand is gonna be better because it's cheaper. Let's add some flour. And flour goes in. I've added 3 3/4 of a cup flour, all-purpose. And now I'm adding 1 teaspoon. Yeah, just 1 teaspoon of salt. In it goes. Yeah, salt.
Why?
Because bread needs salt.
Sugar?
Of course I'm going to put sugar. And we're going to be adding 2 teaspoons of sugar. There it goes. And you don't need a lot of cleaning up after because it's like tablespoon, teaspoon, and the 1 cup you have. Okay, maybe a fork.
Fork.
Now we're going to be adding 1 pack of dried yeast. I got this at Lidl because it's really cheap, even if it's single packs. I know that 1 pack is exactly what I need for this recipe. We also need 1 egg, but please don't crack it and dump it in here. It's going to become like an omelet. Crack it in your mug or whatever you're using, because it has to be almost the same like things, like a small coffee mug. Crack it, put it in here. See, we're using the one that's from the flour. And beat it up with a fork so it gets evenly out when it's kneading. It's a must. I've tried it, putting it like that in. It turned awful. Like an omelet. You can see like yellow spots all over the place. Add 1/2 cup of water. See? Because I just dumped the egg in. Now I'm adding the water. It's the same cup from the beginning. You're not going to get a lot of things dirty. And in goes the water. Next ingredient, and we're almost done, 1/2 cup of milk. I'm using the same cup. In goes the milk. And 1 more ingredient, and we're finished. And last ingredient, yeah, it's 1/3 of a cup oil. I'm using olive oil because that's the only kind of oil we have in our house. Now this is simple. I'll just put it in my dough cycle. And I just did a boo-boo. Please stop. Dough cycle. And it's going to start mixing for about an hour and 30 minutes to be exact. Can you see it? Yeah. As you can see, around the corners, there's going to be flour left. At some point I'm going to stop, like pause the bread machine, take the spoon that I was using, or the fork, and just scrape that down just to make sure it goes all in. And we'll just let the machine do the work. Okay, we're back. Let me just show you what's going on. I can actually hear it. I don't have to see it. That my dough is kind of a little bit stiff. I've saved my cup. I just put a little bit of water with the spoon that I was scraping. And I'm going to add a little bit, not too much, just like a tablespoon by tablespoon. You're going to see your dough. You want it nice and soft and fluffy. I hope you can hear me over the noise. Just a little bit. I know this is going to need around 2 tablespoons. Yeah, it's going to look weird. It's going to start splashing, but don't worry. Yeah, that's 2 tablespoons. I'm just going to close this really fast. And the bread machine is going to do all the work for me. Keep watching, because we need like 1 hour, 17 minutes left. And our dough is going to be ready. Ready to make bread. Our dough is ready. And we're going to be making, like I said, you can do it in any shape you want. See? Cut this out. And I also have a little cup of Turkish coffee, but there's no coffee inside. I'm going to spill it. It's olive oil, just a little bit, so I can dip my hands so they don't stick to the dough. And my pan, which I put this lovely cooking paper, which I got from Lidl for, I think each piece costs 1 or 2 pennies. Even in the euros, it's like 1 or 2 pennies, literally. Yeah, I don't like putting oil at the bottom. So let's make little bread buns. I'm going to make bread buns. I want little ones. Like fluffy ones. Making bread for pennies. Okay, now you probably can see the olive oil. I've washed my hands, of course, dried them. Dipping my fingers in the olive oil. And just, yeah, it's even good as a hand cream. See? Hand cream makes your hands soft. But your hands are oiled so the dough doesn't stick to your hands. You're going to take little pieces, make them into little balls, and just, okay, can you see them? Well, I'm going to put a towel, a clean towel over them, and just let them rise. Like double or triple on their size. It depends how fluffy you actually want them. Where they're double or triple in size, or whichever way you like, that's when you're going to turn on the oven and preheat it. Not before, because we're trying to save, not spend. Look, our little bread buns have almost double, tripled in size. Time to put them in the oven. Of course, I've already preheated the oven just to be safe. Look at them. I love looking at them. I love looking at dough when it's risen. I don't know why. I just love it. Bye-bye, little bread buns of dough. In the oven you go. Yeah, I've preheated my oven. It's ready. And in they go, and they're going to start rising even more. Be back in a few minutes. It's been about 10 minutes. As you can see, I have it on 250. This is a very old oven. I bought it used because who wants to light that one? That one's going to cost a lot more money to heat up. This one's small. So let's see our bread. I made into bread buns. I don't use a top. If I do, I'm going to burn my cupboards. And our bread buns are ready. Let me just hold them there. Can you see them? Wasn't that the easiest bread? 10 minutes after cooking, and we're ready. I'll just put them on, I'm gonna burn myself, because I'm doing it with one hand. I'll just put it up here. Let them cool down. So we just had lunch. And I hope you enjoyed them. It's actually a very frugal recipe, and they're so easy to make. I made them in the bread machine. No, I didn't want to make a loaf in the bread machine, so I just took them out and made them into bread buns. Or you can make them into a loaf, like I said before. And next time I'm going to do what my favorite is, taking the bread rolls, they're hot, while they're still bread roll dough, and fry them. Yeah, you just squish them down and fry them. And I like to add cheese while they're hot and eat them. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Till next time.